Hello, everybody. My name is Cale, and welcome to the Weekly Tall Talk. We have a very special episode for you today. If you're new to the show, every week we set up a topic with a short story or a would you rather question, and today we have a would you rather.
Ooh.
But before we get into any of that, any of it, none of it, I can't do it until I perform the ritual.
Oh,
Xavier and Corey are both here, and I want to hear from them in that order.
Oh.
What was the order? I forgot.
I don't know.
You and then Corey.
I think it was
okay.
alphabetical.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That makes sense.
oh, it's me first. Xavier, how are you?
I'm good. Surviving.
Liar.
Yeah, I know. I was sick with some food poisoning
Yeah.
or a stomach bug.
That is the running theme of the show.
The running.
Oh, the runs.
there
You
was
were
pooping.
pooping. It was a poop joke.
There was some
Poopers.
Right off the bat.
right off the bat. Yeah, no, but I'm better now. Thankfully, this is past. It was only a day or a night, I guess. It was
A night of hell.
It was, but I'm much better now. Thankfully,
Yeah.
Just stomach's a little, but it's okay.
There's some residual farts.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's all right.
They might
Yeah.
come out, but Corey's going to edit that out. So
Oh,
that's
I'll
fine.
put them.
Yeah.
I'll put them in.
Oh, it's
Oh,
going to.
perfect.
Oh, just insert
Peak
it
the audio every time.
Every time it happens. Just blow out the speakers. Perfect.
Oh, I was on timer instead of stopwatch.
Son of a gun.
We're good. We're good.
We're good.
Okay.
Finish telling us how you were doing.
Oh, doing good. Yeah,
Not pooping anymore.
no, it's gone.
Okay.
Thankfully,
Good.
I'm much better. Yeah, that was not fun.
Now you're just going to have word diarrhea.
Yeah, exactly. Corey, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Actually, I slept all day.
Hey.
Yeah, in the passenger seat. A little warm. But
Yeah,
dude,
you
it was
know,
hot today.
yeah, it's 95 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was not in the shade.
Oh, just right in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Not a tree in sight.
Yeah, it's pretty toasty.
You
But
hate that.
yeah.
I hate
mean,
to see it.
the windows were down. I thought that was going to be enough.
It's a built-in sauna, though.
Oh,
Losing weight. Looking
Whoa.
trim.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
I just come out covered in titty sweat.
yeah.
Oh.
The next thing you gotta do with the windows up.
Oh,
You're going to die.
yeah, that was my first big problem. Yeah.
Just take out the windshield.
All together.
Just all together. Just get it right.
The front
get rid of it. Yeah. Just don't eat it.
Yeah, but nobody yelled at me today. Nobody said
Oh.
anything odd to me.
Nobody
at
gave
a
you the
that's
business?
station
Oh,
or a
nice.
grocery store.
Okay, that's
Nobody
a
called
record.
me out for looking the way I do, which is nice.
Oh, very nice.
I didn't get to tell you this, Xavier.
Oh, here we go.
I went to Carl's Jr. the other night. It was like 2 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
And the lady at the window comes out and she goes, "Wow, what a gorgeous car. I love this color. It's so beautiful. Why did you let it get so dirty?"
You're like, huh?
She's like, "It's just filthy. If I had this vehicle, I would never do something like this. Why would you do this?"
So like, put the fries in the bag, lady.
Yeah. And then she sat there and talked to me the entire time my food cooked. So it was like 10 minutes of me in the line going, "I'm so sorry."
You're like, I shouldn't have come here.
Yeah. I'm going to McDonald's next time.
They don't care
Yeah.
about dirty cars.
No,
Yeah.
they don't give a damn what
Yeah.
I do. Ugh.
Wow. Okay.
So that was last week, though. This week, good.
No,
I've got
this
Carl's
week, no
Jr.
judgment.
since.
No judgment. Nice.
How about you, Cale? How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I have not been sick or yelled at for a little while now. So I'm looking.
You got the
I'm
lucky
sitting pretty.
streak.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting pretty right now.
Yeah.
2 weeks running.
Oh yeah, perfect. That's a streak. Perfect. That is a streak. No, things are good. Just normal work, and then checking into my second job with you guys.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Very nice. The more fun job.
The more fun one.
Excuse me.
You heard it here first.
You're not getting sick, are you?
Oh, stay
away from
Stay away
Stay away from us.
No, we're in an enclosed space in the car in the middle of the parking lot. It's going to happen. If it's going to happen, Xavier's going to give us the poopers.
Yeah.
Stay on your side. Don't touch my armrest. Anyway, are you guys ready to get into this episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
excited.
We're going to cause some chaos as usual. So buckle
Dude,
up.
nice.
Yeah.
We love
We're,
is it controlled chaos.
Yeah, we're jumping into November now
Oh, okay.
with our
Fast
choices.
forward.
We're fast forwarding time itself.
What happens in November? Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving. Yeah, this is a Thanksgiving
Football.
episode. What are
Wow.
you thankful for? This show.
What turkey are you eating?
Butterball. All right, let's get into
I
it.
shot my turkey.
Just pick out the
That's what he
pellets.
calls his dog.
Oh,
He's taken after Christy Nome.
Yeah.
damn.
There's my turkey.
There it is. It's one of those featherless ones.
Yeah. That's a strange one.
This is a strange out of turkey. It's a chupacabra.
You hear these turkeys barking now?
What the hell? Everybody's identifying
Barking
something.
now. I don't know what this world's coming to.
When in doubt, empty the mag out. Anyway, for this week's Would You Rather be elected as the president of the United States of Armerica?
I'm sorry, what?
United States of Armerica.
Okay. That's how I did write it, and I am dyslexic. So.
Okay.
This is not intentional. We're keeping it.
Perfect.
Or be the ruler of a brand new country. This is a lot of power either way.
Brand new.
I do find it funny that country spelled wrong, but you pronounced that one right. Now he's looking at it. It's not spelled wrong, idiot.
Damn it! Fact check. Do it live.
Well, on this network, baby.
Since you want to be a smart ass, you decide first, Corey. Off to a roaring start.
I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to take this whole hour-long platform to talk about my issues and
denounce everything. What do you have gripes with? Go.
Yeah. Don't fight back. Go. Do I want to be the president of the United States of America or have a brand new country? This is like superpower fantasy mode.
Oh, yeah.
What would I do?
We're going to really let it out.
Allegedly the best country in the world.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Or would I just start a new one?
Or
just take the best parts of this and take it somewhere else.
You could be the ruler of a whole new country. Though.
Wow.
Damn.
Isn't that the problem though? Is like if you start a new country, it's just I know what's best for everyone.
Yeah, that's the point. Power fantasy loading.
I mean, it's your country.
Then you know what? I'm going to say it is my country. I'm starting a brand new country. Yeah.
What are we naming it?
Oh, shit. I didn't get that far. Come back to me in a minute. I'm not that quick off the top of my head.
Come back to it.
Yeah, I should have written it down.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Answer the question. No, but new country? You're abandoning the U.S.
I wouldn't say abandoning it as I am saying it abandoned me because I'm the elected leader of a new.
You're poor, you're ugly.
Now he's the new country. We don't have a name for it yet, though.
Yeah,
America.
We'll democratically decide the name of my new country.
Between you and your other personalities, you will decide.
Yeah, all four of us.
Welcome to New America.
You know what? You joke, but I'm listening to the newest Behind the Bastards episode where they read a book. It's like, what if the left-wing anarchists took over the entire world in the same way that right-wing people try to do? He calls New America, New America.
New America.
Yeah.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
I'm dialed
There's
in.
a New Mexico.
That's true. There was also an Old Mexico too.
So there you go.
It's called California.
Oh yeah.
That's ours.
True. That's true. Yeah.
We want it fair and square.
But I don't think that I would want to be president solely for the fact that this country comes with a whole lot of baggage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of issues that I would have to be like scratching my head over, trying to figure out like how the ladder works to get like this change happening.
Well, you could just be like the airlines, lose that baggage permanently.
Oh my God.
That's true. We could just throw them out of a plane or forget them somewhere.
Hey guys, we're going to take you on a trip.
Yeah.
Malaysia, their ass.
Ooh. Or, get rid of whistleblowers.
He said it. Wow. Boeing officials, what are you doing here?
Boeing officials.
Xavier, your phone's blowing up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're blowing up,
They're
bro.
blowing up, man.
FBI, CIA, who are those?
Oh, God.
Who are you talking to?
3 little agencies popping up on the screen. What's going on? He's a mark. He's a mark. I knew it.
I'm gonna continue to think of the name of my country because I want it to be real fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Xavier, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be the precedent of the United States?
The United States of Armerica.
Armerica, baby.
Or be the ruler of a brand new country. Shoot, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Is it?
There's a lot of power both ways.
I know.
It's not a lose. It's not a lose-lose. It's a win-win.
That's true. You can have power either way. But a brand new country.
Mm-hmm. King
you
Javier.
do
Space Emperor Javier.
Oh wow.
You could set it up how you want to set up.
Oh yeah, that's true, man.
Your own mind is a secession, whether or not it's democratic. Was it a military junta that you were in control over?
This is a cuckoo coup.
Ooh. Thousands died. Don't laugh.
Damn.
I'm gonna be.
It's
tough.
It's a tough question. It's a tough answer.
He's struggling with this choice as much as I was struggling for a name.
Dude, I'm going to go with be the ruler of a brand new country.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
But I'm also struggling with a name.
Here we go.
Well, we're going to have to come up with it during the song break.
Yeah. We'll think of something.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with that. I would like to try and be a ruler of a brand new country. Now, are we on planet Earth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is here.
Okay,
well,
so this is here now.
I like to call it Spaceship Earth, but
okay.
yeah,
It's a battlefield Earth.
Do you want lunch?
Now I'm picturing a big spaceship surrounding the planet, and it's just flying in space.
Well, I mean, it is discus shaped. Remember from the last?
Oh, that's right.
It has a
Yeah.
little dome
Right, it's a
over it.
plate.
Yeah.
It's flat.
A nice little close
saucer shaped.
True. Water just kind of falls off the edge into.
Yeah, but it recycles and comes up through the ground. That's why we have wells. Everybody knows that.
Everyone knows
That's
it
where
falls
it
under, and
comes
then it has to go
from.
up. Water goes up.
Yeah.
We pee it out. It gets filtered by the earth, and then it goes
Goes
into the
down.
water.
See,
and
rain
joins with all the
is
water.
because
and then
we're a flat disc, but we're upside down. So the rain goes up to the ground.
That totally makes sense.
yeah, but magnets leave us on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, what
We're
it's
in
the
our
ceiling.
bones. Our bones are magnets.
I mean,
And this is how the world works to you, Xavier?
it's
Gravity's fake.
Gravity's fake. Fake news.
Birds are upside down.
So everything's wrong.
Okay.
Turkeys are now dogs.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
Turns out I'm just insane.
He's just schizophrenia.
Fully
That's your name. That's your name. Your new country.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia. Oh man,
Schizophrenianopolis.
there it is. That's the one. Write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that though. Cale,
No country.
what are you gonna pick?
On the famous words of Guy Fieri,
Yeah.
these colors don't run,
Oh,
and neither do I.
He said that?
No.
but now he's that much cooler.
Now he's that guy
yeah.
to me. He's my ambassador, my Department of Agriculture specialist.
Wow.
I mean,
Because I'm taking over the United States of Armerica.
That'd be pretty cool. Like if he was like head of the food distribution system.
I'd be cool with it. Everything comes with donkey sauce.
damn.
Garbage.
Dude, what if Guy Fieri replaced Chef Rush for you?
Oh, I would love it.
You'd be in.
Yeah.
I have a Secret Service motorcade, but I'm just in the Camaro with him.
Oh, just everybody's riding in Camaros.
Anybody
That's
could
the
JFK.
whole- That's the whole.
Anybody can JFK.
But Cale's Camaro is on top of a flatbed truck surrounded by bulletproof
Oh
glass.
yeah,
Dude,
like
nice.
the Pope.
Yeah.
I'd be like the super
Oh.
Pope.
Yeah, so he can sit in the Camaro, but
But I'm
still
just,
be
I
out
feel
in the
like
world.
there's a couple little holes for air.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
Fieri and
But
I
it'd
are
be like the
stinking it up.
Popemobile. It'd be like the Popemobile, but you'd be in
Yeah,
the car.
But I'm in the car
flatbed.
on the flatbread.
Yeah.
Flatbread.
Ooh,
the flatbread.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what we'll call it.
It's
You'll
a
have
pep.
some flatbread with you.
Convoy.
The flatbread. Oh gosh.
No, I'm going to get us out of this mess.
That's
There's
a
been-
recipe for disaster.
Oh, there it is. Chef's kiss.
You'd get my vote.
I'm already winning the people over.
You know what? I
The
know you, so
schizophrenic-
I'm going to vote for
the
you.
schizophrenic people
That's
are
as
with
little
me.
as it takes. I'm a one-issue voter. Are we friends? Do I know you?
Anybody
I'm
who's
not
just
voting for you.
adjacent to me votes for me. Perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Anybody that knows me the slightest sense. I saw that guy once.
All you have to do is know everyone in America, or at least the majority of America.
We're hitting
just
the
the
road,
majority.
Fieri. Rode the motorcade.
It's the road trip.
We run on
rolling
gravy.
out.
We're rolling out to meet everyone in the whole country. Yeah, I want to take over as president.
All right, dude.
Or-
That's
I'm changing it to El Presidente of America.
Would do you, okay?
the
So
United States.
you would be elected. Would you run for a second term?
How old am I? How old am I?
I think you're 34.
Oh, you mean currently?
Oh, currently, no, yeah.
If it was for 30, I'm under 40. I'm going for it.
Yeah, you could do it.
It's going to stress me out. I'm going to look 64 for
But
the 4 years of stress, but I'm going to be a young man at heart. Kind of.
And you have Guy Fieri. So
I have Fury.
And just by proxy, he keeps you young.
He does.
He's looked the exact same age for 30 years.
The fountain of youth and goof.
Yeah, it turns out it's fucking aioli. Who knew?
Perfect garlic aioli just straight into my IV. Nonstop power.
It's a preserving agent.
Dude, anytime I sweat, it just stinks of garlic.
Yeah,
God.
that's fucking.
That's how people know I'm around.
Yeah,
never sneak up on the boss. Big man's coming down. Just garlic smell.
Dude, there's a garlic festival. I think in Bakersfield or something. I really want to go. Oh, Gilroy, California.
There's
the garlic capital of California.
Okay, well, how'd they go?
That's where I'm setting up my first base.
The Garlic Festival.
That makes sense. That's exactly where Fieri would be.
Yeah,
you know? I just have him. He's been scouting for years.
Yeah.
This is a strategic. That's my VP.
Damn.
Wow.
Fieri.
Personal chef and VP.
Yeah. We gotta eat. Can't work on an empty stomach, Corey. How are we going to make decisions if you're hangry? Hell no.
That's true.
You've seen Xavier.
You fire off nukes, man.
No, I want to do that. And
I miss my dinner.
It's a good way to cook.
I'm just going to try to win unanimously. And whoever doesn't vote for me, I round them up.
Oh, yeah.
And then
they go away.
They're very happy to somewhere else.
An undisclosed location.
Which is
the bottom of the ocean.
It's in the sea base.
They're going to the trench.
Sea base.
Just send people down in the Mariana Trench.
Yeah. Guys, we're part of an expansion program. I need you to go down there.
Yeah.
Just keep on swimming straight down.
Just straight down
until you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
There's going to be an air pocket down there. You got to look for it, but you're going to find it.
You know what's weird? You'll also find James Cameron down there in a submarine.
Ooh. Yeah. Titanic.
You'll find him in there.
Oh, yeah.
The way of water. Terrible.
Did you guys see that they're doing some other millionaires trying to go down?
Yeah,
the Ocean Gate
we'll show you how you do it correctly. I hope they
please
go down.
Dude,
I hope they
if
go
you're
down.
listening to this
don't do
podcast,
it.
man, who wants to do this, do it.
Dude, the memes, do it. The memes were fire.
They were pretty good. It was a good couple days of laughs.
Good. It was like 3 days of like pretty good ones, and then like it faded out, just like their stupid memory.
Yeah.
That was
no one will remember you.
It was a poor choice.
It was not good. They have mountains of evidence.
Guy had
to
like a
not go.
freaking PlayStation 2 controller trying to fly that bitch down there.
Yeah.
No, it was a third party. It was like a Logitech controller.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah. It's like
Today's episode brought to you by Logitech.
And Ocean Gate.
Fly your submarine underwater with one of our patented controllers.
Dive until you can't.
And then explode.
Well, it's
Implode.
Oh, implode, explode.
Yeah.
Instant.
It's like space. You don't
Instant death.
expand.
So, what's your country name, Corey? I stuck with the Ridge. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, brother.
Yeah, the United States.
Armerica.
Armerica.
You've had enough time. Your new country is Spam Mountain.
Damn it. All right. Spam Mountain it is. I live in Spam Mountain.
Spam Mountain.
Just no mountain ranges. You're just on flat ass, like flat Nebraska
It's
land.
just one plateau.
Oh, damn. That stinks.
Xavier, you got one to cover me? Because I'm still thinking. I want it to be really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I want them to be really good too.
You were on to something earlier, but I don't know if you want to stick it. I don't know how it tested in the focus group.
How do you name a country? Where do these names come from? France, Franks. Okay. But the Franks got their name from somewhere.
It's hard to say. Dive into the history books. Face first.
Call it Russia.
Oh, very nice. And then Prussia.
No, not bringing back Prussia.
Oh.
Absolutely not. We're not bringing back Prussia.
Prussia.
Do Transylvania Mania.
Transylvania Mania. What would be a good
Hawaii 2.
With E's, though, instead of an I.
Hawaii. We'll be right back.
Armerica, land for yous and me. Let's us with your radiance. Keep the non-believers under the sea, 'cause we are free. Armerica, bing, 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 Armerica. Oh yeah. Our democratically elected indefinite rulers are better than yours. There's Xavier and Cale and some other person. And don't forget the vice president is Guy Fieri. For right-wing socialists, lefty leaners, the communists, capitalists, and fascists, and vegans, and also the poor. Put them in the trenches, under the sea, forevermore. America. Bing, 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 bing. Armerica. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, yeah. Yes. Freaking yes. If you have done wrong and find yourself on the ocean floor, you should feel relief. The state could have sent under on an ocean gate submarine. If you look out the porthole, you might be lucky enough to see James Cameron filming your demise. America. Bing, 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 bing. Armerica. Oh, yeah. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum. Give it to us. Yes. More Armerica. Bing, 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 bing. Armerica. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, yeah.
We hope you liked that song. We loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very patriotic. Very. It touched my soul.
It's encapsulates the times that we're living in.
Really marches to the beat of its own jazz.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cosmic gumbo of a song.
That's a perfect genre for it.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
now we're going to stir something else up.
Ooh.
Let's stir it.
Now that
Hurry
you've-
up before it simmers too long.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's hungry, apparently.
Yeah.
We've just run these food jokes. Everybody, we're going to get some food after this.
We just really want to attract the Fieri crowd.
We do.
If we can
need
get the
them.
Fieri
That's a huge-
demographic.
That's a huge base.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
20s of millions of people.
20s. We're going to talk about the presidential side of these things. So I
Okay.
hope you're ready to put on your best campaign.
Or worst.
Xavier, what kind of president are you?
In my country?
No, this is for us.
No, you're the
Oh.
president of Armerica.
Oh, of
States of Armerica.
States of Armerica.
So what kind of president are you? What's the vibes?
I'm all about good vibes.
what's your
bro.
political vibe?
What's the vibe? What vibes will you be bringing to the campaign trail, Xavier?
Good vibes. What I have to say is, love everybody. Don't touch my guns.
There it is. It took 2 sentences to get into gun control.
First 2 political statements.
Love everybody. Don't touch my guns.
Yeah,
That's
And,
fair though.
There you go.
I'm not opposed to those 2 views so far.
Leave
Let's
everybody
hear-
alone and have a good day.
Let's hear how he shits the bed.
Yeah, what happens if you don't leave everyone alone?
Oh, then it's punishment time.
Oh, here we go. So the Kremlin is the gremlin. Xavier's up to no good. So you're what kind of president are you? You are
Okay,
a
so-
people-loving gun toter.
I'm a people-loving, gun-toting president. So
All right.
I'm going to be. I don't know how I'd be everywhere at once, but I know how I can be everywhere at once.
Clones.
Television.
Oh,
That would have been
cloning
better.
the TV.
No, but you said TV first. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
No clones. No clones for
clones.
you yet. But that could be
Presidential clones.
something you're promising in your second term, maybe.
Oh,
That's what you rerun on.
And if it's a clone, it's technically not you.
It's another version
It's
of you.
another
You can't
so you can
rerun
run
again.
indefinitely with different clones.
see, yeah, that's clone 1. That's clone 2.
Yeah.
Well,
Unlimited.
it's not the same guy.
It's
Wow.
not.
Just
A
a
little bit
image.
different views.
I'd
A
vote
sec-
for that.
A second image
I
of
love
that guy.
I would just love for your clone to just be the adverse of you and then just trashing your whole administration and I'm going to bring change and all this other stuff, but it's
He's
you and you're
totally
just backpedaling everything.
I would
You
watch that movie.
You're debating yourself for re-election.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, dude, that would suck. So, what party are you running under?
I'm
The sick party. Nurgle.
the party of Nurgle.
yeah, seriously.
Death to all.
The party of sick.
SIC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Site and source
Yeah.
party.
gotcha.
I don't know. A party affiliation? Like if like we're talking about like what's
It could be
in-
current, or you can make up your own party affiliation.
Yeah, you could use one of the two parties or a third party.
A third party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be like leaning in any one way. I
Okay.
just want to kind of be centered.
Oh, I like that.
To try to appeal to everybody.
You're going to be a moderate.
a moderate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would
I don't
that
know how
technically
would
be
work.
an independent party?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That would be. Yeah.
Technically.
Independent.
Okay. Independent. Authoritarian.
Authoritarian. Yeah. Authoritarian.
Just bring the hammer down. Oh no.
No. Yeah. I think.
So you're going to be a centrist, independent running.
Yeah.
What kind of, if you had to choose like a policy to implement, like your top policy, what would that be?
Ooh.
What's the biggest issue?
What's the biggest issue for you?
that
Forget
isn't
the
your
people.
shadow?
Oh,
That is
throwback.
my-
You better listen to last week's episode.
Biggest issue: learning how to manage my money.
For the
Your
country.
personal money?
Yeah.
Oh, just that. You're using all the resources of the IRS and all these things just to balance your checkbook.
Yeah, he's like,
It's
"All right,
perfect
everybody,
now.
I got $80,000 in my bank account. I don't know what to do with
What
this.
the hell?
do I do with that money?
I don't know. I blew it all. Damn
Oh,
it.
gosh.
That's one expensive gun.
That'd be like an
So
artillery cannon.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. I think it's sometimes like I was looking up like I don't know what missile, but some of the missiles that are on our jets.
She's
and
doing
stuff,
research already.
It was like $500,000.
Oh
for
yeah,
like a
the
single
dude,
missile.
the Patriot missile,
Yeah.
several $100,000
It's
for that missile.
crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
For America.
And
Like,
as a
damn.
small sidebar, that's why the Iron Dome in Israel is having such a problem, because
It's
those are all smart
reloading.
rockets. They're very, very expensive.
Oh, I can
and
imagine.
they target dumb rockets, which are
Right.
pennies
Yeah.
per pound.
I can't imagine the fucking cost to reload that bitch.
Yeah.
Shit.
So your number one policy that you would run on to get votes is for you to balance your checkbook.
Yeah.
That's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's relatable. He's tying into the people.
It's
I
gonna,
guess
it's
personal
gonna take them
finances.
4 years to do it
4
on a
years to balance.
$400,000 a
And
year budget.
I just don't do it.
Yeah.
By the end, he's like, in 2028, we're going to get it goddamn done.
We're going to stop procrastinating. We're going to stop putting it off. We're going to get my checkbook balanced.
That's it.
Everything
right there.
falls in place. Trickle down economics.
Trickle down. But
Trickle down to my savings account
Yeah,
from my
perfect.
checkings account.
Taking everything. Somehow you made $4 billion as president.
No, as far as policies, I don't know what would be my biggest issue, I guess, if I'm making it up in my own head.
Well, so it's the current Armerica.
the
What do you
current
think your
Armerica.
current issue,
So
biggest
what-
issue of
That you would
Armerica
want to
is?
tackle
Yeah.
in like the here and now.
I don't know because there's I don't know what to pick. Like what would be an issue?
IT? Tech
Yeah.
support's your biggest.
That's my biggest
Cybercrime.
issue.
Cybercrime.
Cybercrime.
There you
Yeah.
go. Cybersecurity.
I mean, that's a serious thing. Like cybersecurity. That's people lose. Companies get held up for ransomware and stuff like that.
CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike. You have computers getting screwed up from an update and
He's
stuff
going to
like
be in
that.
that McAfee super PAC.
Right? Or like something. There's movies about it, but like if something happens where like computers get shot and they're all done, like nobody can fire
Like physically, bam, bam.
Yeah.
like just
See,
take
that's
it
why
over.
no gun control. EMPs.
Maybe the cyber world, how it's getting more advanced and stuff like that.
Right.
Maybe that'd be a policy to try to tackle. I don't know.
Sounds
Putting
good
that
to
up
me.
as a guess.
You don't. I mean, you got to tell us.
You're
This is
you're
your
portraying yourself.
this
This
is
is
your
your
platform.
campaign right here.
That I guess that's it. I don't really
IT
have an
and
idea.
balancing the checkbook.
There you go.
baby.
Yeah.
I was going for the other one, so I really don't have an idea on this one.
This is a
Wouldn't it be kind of the same though?
Well, if I'm ruling,
because if
my
you're
country,
ruling
Yeah.
another country, your number one focus.
Yeah, your number one issue for that country.
it's going to be insane. So we're going to save it for that.
Mad Max. All right, fair enough. Corey, what kind of president will you be?
Well, as far as party affiliation, I too would be independent.
Oh.
I wouldn't really want to go for necessarily the centrist vote, but it would be something that I think that I would appeal to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, personally, my politics are pretty leftist.
Yeah.
So I would probably go for some social issues, a lot of social welfare reform and drug control policy, things like that. I think my biggest policy thing would be about social welfare reform. Drug use and harm reduction would be a big thing. Focusing on the lowest earners in our population,
right,
and giving them housing, and then socialized medicine, things like that.
Right.
That'd be. I mean, that'd be kind
basic
of it. Yeah,
needs.
just left. Yeah, basic shit.
Basic
the thing that we
needs,
say about
basic.
on the show all the time, like food, water, and medicine.
Right.
So I would hope that I'd be a kind president, somebody who's equitable for the people,
Right.
Yeah.
trying to do the right thing despite doing the wrong things, talking to the wrong people, crossing the wrong aisles,
Damn it. You're just going back and forth.
yeah.
You're supposed to be up on stage.
shaking everyone's hand.
Just everybody.
Just be careful.
I'm going to shake your hand.
Let me shake
I'm going to shake your hand.
I'm gonna shake your hand. Give me your hand.
I like that.
Thanks, man. What about you?
I just because I don't want to be affiliated with either Republican or Democrat,
Yeah.
I guess it's too hard to break in. But I wonder if there would ever really be an independent option for people to find common ground on that would actually break up beating either a Democrat or Republican.
Yeah.
That's kind of a out of left field thing. There's never been a true threat that way. So
I think Bernie was the biggest independent factor
that got the most votes, right? Yeah. So, I'd probably run in the middle again or independent. I lean left on most things as well, not as conservative in my mind. So more like that. And I think just public health would basically be the thing. Homelessness, poverty levels, Social Security, Medicare, universal health care, stuff like that. I would just run for. My talking points would be the greater good of trying to help everybody.
The greater good.
For the greater good.
The greater good.
And then I strip the billionaires of all their money.
Money.
Capitalism.
Gotta go after the assets, the businesses, the
I'm
corporations.
going after everybody. That's it. I kind of in the same vein as you, Corey, but I think just public programs, trying to help anybody that's, having a livable wage in this country and be able to enjoy your life instead of rotting away.
Yeah.
Just probably what I would focus on. Just be we can do this.
Yeah.
All you got to do is take the money back.
Just maybe. Yeah.
Yoink.
Yoink.
We could.
Seize their bank accounts by force. Speaking of seeking things by force, do you guys try and use your federal power often? Are you going to do sweeping reform, Xavier? Or are you going to kind of leave the states to? There would still be red and blue states, kind of. Even if you were an independent, there would still be ones that lean more one way than the other.
Well, if you got rid of the electoral college, you wouldn't need those kind of districts.
Yeah, Xavier.
I would leave it up to the states. I wouldn't leave any federal power like that.
Yeah.
It's just too
You
much.
wouldn't use any sort of executive orders or anything like that?
There's nothing that you would ban outright or regulate.
I don't know. I'm not a educated.
I'm not a rules guy.
I'm not a. Well, no, I just don't. I'm not in that realm. So
right.
I see I wouldn't want too much power from one person. That sounds insane because that's where you get dictators.
Yeah.
You don't want the people need to be the rule. The majority of the people need to have their say. But the people need to have the say, not just one person up top.
Right.
Because that's the opposite of freedom in my opinion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use federal power often, I would say. I'd use federal power when needed.
When needed, right. If there was some executive order that you would feel passionate enough about to sign in or to use your sway.
And if I had backing on it.
So for the most part, would you just wait for bills and policies to arrive at your desk rather than promoting things that you want to see happen?
I would totally promote things that I would think would be good. Right. In my opinion, but also have to be backed by I can't be the only one saying this is great. And if no one else thinks it, obviously it's not great.
Well, that's why the policy's presented because it's usually done by your team of individuals hey, here's all the best facts and knowledge we have about this. And,
right. Exactly.
As president, you get daily press briefings.
Yeah. And I would really want to hear more from constituents. Mm-hmm. I want to hear from more of the people, not from the lawmakers or I want, obviously, because they're the ones writing the laws and writing up legislation and stuff. But I want to know that, is this something that the people want?
Yeah.
Or is this something that certain people want, like in power? Because I don't want to, I wouldn't want to entertain that when it's not what the people want. That thing. So that's where I would use it very little if it was needed, if it was something that I was trying to champion because I heard that it was, if it was something that was good for the people of the country or whatever,
right?
Then yeah. Or if it's what they wanted, not that I think it's best for them, because that's the other thing they don't like. It's like, well, we know it's best for you. Well, that doesn't.
How are you getting that information though?
I would need to know from the people.
So like a bipartisan, you would have to have like a bipartisan,
like,
because you're still getting it from lawmakers. You're still getting it from the people in power.
Yeah, you don't get
they're going to be the channels that everything's going to be coming up to you.
Right. I'm just saying, like, I would change that. I would want one. I don't want to be left in the dark. If I'm the ruler of the country, I want to know what the people want and not just what these people are feeding to me.
I wonder. So you would have to do something along the lines of like polls or something like that. That's how you would get information from people having like votes on specific issues through the states, and then just having those direct results go to you, and then you decide.
Yeah,
whatever majority wins.
Yeah, I guess, and balancing it, like who, like, is this, like, obviously you can't have something crazy going off. Like,
so what if somebody presents a policy towards your desk for you to sign that you don't agree with, and that the majority of the country doesn't agree with?
Then the majority of the country doesn't agree with.
Yeah, like let's say, like abortion is the biggest issue. Yeah. Where like I think like more than 70% of the country wants abortion to whatever extent it is.
Yeah,
like, and if that came to your policy, or rather, if something like that were anti-abortion coming to your desk, but like it was passed, right? It was passed in the House and the Senate. They're like, hey, we want this to be the rule of land. We want you to sign this.
I mean, no, because that's the kind of thing. I anything that's taking away rights of individuals, right? You can't do this because I said so. You can't do that. No, that doesn't. That should be something that is left up to the individual, right?
Yeah,
not whoever.
Yeah, the powers to be.
The powers to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my this is interesting because this is an interesting take, because like nobody is like this. Well, what you're presenting, because it's kind of, you lean more one way and then things happen. But you're also you're being voted in because people would trust your decision making. So for you to not make overall sweeping decisions is kind of not a lack of judgment on your spot or a lack of confidence, but they're voting for you to have certain things happen.
Well, I mean, again,
unless you're running on the platform that you're saying, oh, well, I want it to be the people's voice, and whatever the people's majority rules is what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. Even if you disagree, but if, like Corey said, the majority of this people in this one state, it goes against their rights, you would overrule that with your version of, you shouldn't be, anything that infringes on rights, you don't want.
Yeah.
So that would be your platform more than likely.
Yeah.
So like those states would already know.
I just don't want.
Don't bring that in here.
Yeah.
Don't bring that in here.
Yeah. I just don't want people like getting. Like,
we don't want rights taken away.
Yeah.
Right.
Just leave people alone.
Yeah. Basically.
You'd have to really spend time that we don't have here defining what those rights are for people.
But again, I'm not
we're going to have to do another small talk.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't like, I'm not a political like talk show person. Like I'm not a aficionado or whatever. So
that's also interesting to hear what you're saying. Like, even though you're not like politically involved in this stuff, you don't want rights taken away. I mean, that seems like a very basic, like no brainer,
basic thing. Yeah.
No brainer. You live in this country, the freest country on earth, supposedly.
But I'll push back on what you're saying as an example, where like, you know,
I mean, look at other countries. Like there's way less rights in other countries than there are here. Right. So like, you know, some women can't even show their faces in countries.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And women can't even drive.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So like,
but if they're here in America and they're still dressing in hijabs and
that's fine.
Niqabs, then that's it, because that's their right to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They can do whatever they want. Like that's, if they want to dress like that, dress like that. Period.
I think it was France who banned burqas, the whole body thing.
I think, wasn't that during ISIS though? Wasn't that like Was that a whole thing?
Is that like a
ISIS has been around for a very long time.
Well, when they were doing a lot of the terrorist attacks and stuff.
Their ban was recent.
It was recent.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's
shame
that's
on
France.
That's Canada.
That was Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said France.
You said France.
Maybe
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm confusing it. It might be Canada or France. I don't know.
Boo, either
There's
way.
French in Canada.
French Canadians. God damn it.
That's where Big Guy Corey lives.
Zutalo.
Dick eater. So it is France.
Okay.
2004.
2004. Yeah, that's.
So
No, that was before all those, like, ISIS was getting really big.
right.
2004? No, they were around in 2004.
It was after 9/11, and then there's probably just the spread of that after that, and just more and more attacks. And
That's
maybe,
weird.
Maybe just
I wonder why they did that in 2004.
fear.
Well, because it wasn't just ISIS. There was also the Taliban.
No. Like, why they banned the.
Yeah, well, I would like to know their reasoning for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, we don't like it.
I don't. Something about government surveillance or something. I don't know.
I'd
I'm not
be
going to
able to
look
see.
into it. Like
They
just for-
paved it as like a national security measures. How
Yes.
they worded it.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
but that
also,
is
but yeah, I
banning
mean,
the right of the people
Yeah, this is an
in
infringement
order
on
for
people.
the betterment, quote unquote,
Yeah,
of
and
the country.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Something to think about.
this
Being president of Armerica is hard.
it is.
Yeah.
You're going to not be beloved by everybody. You're
Oh, no.
gonna you're lucky to get half.
That's the hard part is, like, you there's always going to be people that are not going to like you, and like in your point, there's, like, whatever point of view you have, they may not agree with that, and they're going to like you for that. And then but then also too, I mean, there's reasons why we have our checks and balances and our judicial system,
Right.
and the whole government itself. It's corrupt at times.
All the way
Yeah.
down to the lowest level.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But
That's how I see it. That's a very
I think that's pretty extreme viewpoints from both of you.
I think it was built in good faith, but there's just people that will take advantage.
Wait, what was built?
Our
System?
system. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
it was supposed to be like, you guys watch us, I'll watch you, and then he's going to watch us,
it's just,
and then turn a blind eye to everything.
Well, it wasn't that. That's why, like, my choice was to start a new country because I think the foundation of America is inherently problematic and wrong.
really?
Yeah, because I mean, not only was it built from colonialists invading other people's
Stolen land.
lands, but not only that, it was built on racism. It was built on the subjugation of other people. When we created the document in 1776 that we all signed, idiot. That was the Declaration of Independence that was signed. There were still slavery involved, even though it says all men are created equal.
Yeah.
And Jefferson had to debate that in France after they're like, well, if everyone's created equal, how do you allow slaves? And then more than 60 years passed and they kept it.
Yeah.
We had 60 years of presidents owning slaves.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I mean, like, the foundation of our country, in my opinion, is
Yeah, there's a bunch of archaic.
it was not created for equality.
No.
As it was written.
No, I mean, I think it was, because you look at what
Everything's
it was back
outdated.
then.
They'd never came out. The electoral college is useless. So it's all bad. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of federal power, are you choosing to use that? Or are you?
Yeah.
Same.
Same here.
Yeah, I am using that. If I get elected, I am going for it.
I would
So-
use the model of FDR.
government.
No, of FDR, where he put where a lot of people, if you look into his policies, because he was a 3-term president before the 2-term thing was passed, but he did a lot of his things through executive order. Like, I think Social Security was through executive order. I'm pretty sure the national parks were through executive order. Like, he did things because he knew it was the right thing to do. He also changed it because this was after the stock market crashed. Like, he changed it so the rich couldn't fucking do this anymore. And he put in a lot of, like, what I'm saying, social welfare reform programs. But he did it through executive action because bureaucracy is so slow.
It's slow.
You know, it takes 2 to 3 years before laws to really even be voted on. And then like it's too late in a lot of cases for some of these things because other things get brought up that negate what you were trying to do in the first place.
Yeah.
So if you can get somebody who on day one is a dictator,
but only day one.
No, I would rather set forth progressive policies through executive action and wait to get sued as a response, because that's how that would work.
Let the legal system eat this up for.
Yeah, like I would end the death penalty across the United States. I think it's barbaric and unconstitutional. I think it's wrong. I would nationalize abortion. I would probably take care of a lot of border issues and go back to the form of immigration where if you were applying for asylum and you were able to be in the United States, then let that happen
instead of like so hard to be a citizen.
Right. Yeah. And there's been a lot of Republican policy or far right policy that have set that back to where we're having the problem we currently do today. Yeah. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like I see these social injustices and even policies that take away rights and freedoms from others to live in the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
So that's what I would change. And I would just do it with federal power.
Same.
Yeah.
I would do that. Roe versus Wade is 1,000% my top thing. I would crush that, put that in stone. That's never coming out.
You would crush those babies.
I'd crush them with love. I'd do that. And I would just go after big pharma. I would regulate the
there's no reason for drugs to be costing so much.
Yeah, exactly. It costs hundreds of percentage.
And it's only our country.
Yeah. It's only us that does it.
Because it's all for profit.
It's all greed.
It's greed.
Yeah. Everything,
that's where the corruption is.
That's
where I was thinking about
the basis of what I was saying with you. It's like corruption on every level. It's greed. It's
how much money
nasty,
can we make? And like,
how can I take advantage of this? You're literally put into a position of power to have the betterment of your citizens, of everybody. And then it goes the complete opposite way.
And that's why I think like through executive action, repealing these things like Citizens United, which gives companies citizenship. They are people, they can vote, they can spend money on political candidates, which is wrong. And you'd also repeal the Patriot Act. So the government stops spying on people and doing all this other gross shit.
Oh, I think the Patriot Act, wasn't that repealed?
I don't think it was. Hey folks, Corey from the future here. I had to look it up and the Patriot Act expired in 2020.
But I agree with what you're saying, though. You know, I think it's like especially for people who are, that are in this country illegally, if they're contributing to society, they have families, they're paying taxes,
they're doing the jobs nobody else wants to frickin' do.
They're
the black jobs, Cale.
These
immigrants are taking black jobs.
They're taking our black jobs.
Damn it,
my black job.
The people like they're
they just want a better life.
Well, they're contributing to the economy. So
they're saying the influx of immigrants is directly correlated to how well the economy is doing.
Yeah. So like if and that's why I think like if it shouldn't be that hard. I don't know what how the process is long.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be that long.
No, it's arduous.
It shouldn't be hard to do that.
Yeah. I think just circling back to my stuff because we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we got.
I would do abortion, healthcare for everybody, the right to education for everybody.
Through executive action instead of waiting for legislation.
No, because these hick motherfuckers, I'm going to stop you and I'm going to save your people from you.
Yeah.
You ass. No, everybody deserves a fair shot. And then just big pharma is disgusting. They're a cancer on this country. And I
100%.
I hate it so much. And they're going to know that I hate them because I'm going to come after them.
Good.
I'm jailing everybody. I am going authoritarian. I've had enough.
Yeah. One last little policy thing.
Here we go.
I would nationalize a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Like nationalizing our oil. There's nationalizing our trains, things like that were like the country is responsible for it instead of like individual private equity firms that do it for the cheapest amount possible. You don't get to own the railways
and the freeways. Dummy.
Yeah. Do what China did.
Do it. Infrastructure.
Yeah. I mean,
make sure everyone's safe and the bridges don't fucking collapse and kill everybody.
Infrastructure is like one of the biggest policies that don't get talked about.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like to bring up quote unquote the crumbling infrastructure of America, but a lot of that's true. Our roadways and our bridges and stuff just don't have the money going to fix things.
Which
like
is crazy.
Beat up.
And then we have how much money going in the Pentagon that we Can't account for?
Trillions.
You fuckers.
Trillions.
I'm so angry. I'm going to go scream outside. Enjoy this audio break.
Armerica, land for yous and me. Bless us with your radiance, keep the non-believers under the sea, 'cause we are free. Armerica, bing, 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 Armerica. Oh yeah. Our democratically elected indefinite rulers are better than yours. There's Xavier and Cale and some other person. And don't forget the vice president is Guy Fieri. Far right-wing socialists, lefty leaders, the communists, capitalists and fascists, and vegans, and also the poor. Put them in the trenches under the sea forevermore. Armerica, bing, 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 Armerica. Yes, freaking yes. If you have done wrong and find yourself on the ocean floor, you should feel relief. The state could have sent under on an ocean gate submarine. If you look out the porthole, you might be lucky enough to see James Cameron filming your demise. Armerica, bing, 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 Armerica. Oh yeah. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum. Give it to us. Yes. More Armerica. Bing, 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 Armerica.
We're back and we're all screamed out.
Screamed out.
One last one for the road.
Last one.
All right,
snuck out.
Moving right along. Now we will be doing the portion that you guys chose.
Yeah.
The ruler of your brand new country.
Ooh.
And Corey, I'm going to start with you. What kind of government are you establishing over there now that you've had this newfound country of yours? What are you trying to do?
Invade.
We're taking the fight to them, boys.
He's going on global conquest.
Oh, yeah. I want this globe conquered within a minute.
We're going to break into your country and we're going to give you the most rights you've ever fucking had.
Are you being oppressed? Not today.
Not today.
No, I would try true communism. Communism.
I'll try
It's never been tried before.
Don't you ask how people do. Don't you ever ask.
I would try and establish a more socialist government. I'm not familiar with the tenets of all the tenets of socialism, but I like what I hear as far as like making things equitable. And like we're saying, like one of the first things that you'd really address is Medicare for all, and then going to public education, making sure that everybody has access to public education, making sure that everybody in this country can read. Which would be huge. Like the ability to read is just it's a superpower. And for a large portion of our country currently,
still
people
illiterate.
just can't read. They weren't taught. And like, I think it's sad.
Yeah. I mean, everybody should
it's
a failing
really
in my
stacked against you if you're not able to read or absorb information that way, other than someone telling you something. That's hard.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So public education, up until even college, I would say, until end of high school and then the first 2 years of college or trade. Like I would really want to push like a country growing up, and my ideals would be going towards STEM.
Right.
Cuba has some of the closest things I'm talking about, where like 99% of the country is literate. They're 1 in 4 people, something like that, is like a doctor.
Wow.
They're
healthcare
and
public education.
and education
yeah.
gearing towards intellect and solving problems of the future. Like you said,
cool.
cyber crimes or cyber problems are prevalent. There's uncontrolled AI that hallucinates shit. It's just making stuff up, and people are being replaced for fallacies.
Yeah.
I would try to address a lot of that.
Misinformation.
Yeah, because that's where
misinformation.
That's where that would come from.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what's real. It
Right.
looks real, but it's not.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Then I'd go back to, again, like my answer from before. If we have natural resources, oil, minerals, salt, whatever, I would nationalize them, because that way, once they're mined, once they're driven from this earth to whatever source that we can use them in, then I would be able to say, well, we've sold them. Now that money goes back to the people. It doesn't go to the companies. It goes towards the people, as far as like tax credits and things like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Because that's what Norway does, is they've nationalized their gas, which is why they're able to provide so much for the citizens of their country, because their citizens literally just get that money back in the form of taxes and things.
That's cool. Right. I think, don't they have stuff for childcare? Like,
yes.
Yes.
Like you're when you are born, they give you child care.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of support for that. Or like now some companies in the States here that you can't take a leave of absence.
Yeah.
Or
That's
you don't
crazy,
get paid
It's
when
such
you're
a
on leave of
travesty.
absence after having a baby. So like, it's cool that, that's something that I think would be amazing. Just like take care of the kids.
Setting up a country
Childcare.
where people are actually treated like people.
Yeah.
And appreciated.
In France, I think women women and men both get a year's worth of maternity leave with the promise that they get their job back. Hey folks, Corey here from the future. Had to look it up again, and it is Norway that has 12 months of maternity leave, not France. France does, however, have 3 to 4 months of maternity leave.
Yes, they hold your job. That's the thing is, Whereas like here, it's like, you may have a job.
Yeah, good luck.
You're replaceable,
you
buddy.
decided to have a kid in the middle of my work week. And these projects are going forward with or without you.
Because it's all dependent on the company that like you work for. Like, company I work for, they give you, you get a leave of absence and you get supplemental pay. They don't give you a full pay of check, but you get supplemented like 60%. Yeah. But maybe that's from the state. I'm not sure. I don't know how that. I think
it would be from the country. Yeah, they're not as, at least in France, they're not as much like states over.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, having maternity and paternity leave of a year with no loss of income and a job going back, would be. Who could you not sell that message to?
I know, right?
Angry, weird people.
Who would be mad?
That's
dumb. Shareholders. Seriously, be like, less money,
and especially with a new country getting to start from the ground up with this kind of foundation, like. Money is going to be a problem of getting all this started. But if you're all on the same page with good intentions, then, maybe we can do it right this time.
Yeah.
Or else.
No, I like that, man. Right. Yeah.
Thanks, implosion.
My new country imploded.
It collapsed.
We went down to the bottom of the ocean.
We're done.
Now everyone's armed to the teeth. We're all poor and educated. Damn it.
Fuck. So Xavier, same question, bro. What kind of government are you trying to set up?
I like
similar.
Yeah, for what Corey was saying. I like
it. Just makes sense.
It does.
Like so many other fucking places.
Wow. Yeah. So
calm down.
It's upsetting me. I'm getting very angry.
Yeah.
Xavier, can I talk to you?
I mean, just like the overall care for the people of. I would want the people of my country to be extremely happy, and I would want them to be. To be well off, like at least that I want to be able to provide things for them that like we were talking about with childcare, maternity leave, things like that. You don't have to worry about it. Like we're going to help you with that. It should be. I want it to be like a society that everybody is there's no need to backstab anybody or something like that. I mean, people are people, but I'm hoping that in my country,
hey man, if
I just
people are happy and treated right off the bat,
yeah,
they don't get greedy. They don't get all these things of lack thereof or shown this way.
I think it depends. I think money is an absolute corrupter.
Okay.
I mean, even if you're born with good intentions, there are people who are born, even neutral, benign on their beliefs and morals, but then they get hundreds of millions of dollars and they turn into really evil shitholes.
Oh yeah. I mean, we see it today, dude. Like, it corrupts. I think if money is your, like, as I said, like if money is your God, like that's all you go for.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to corrupt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it saying? It's like
absolute power corrupts
absolutely.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And then money is power in our country. So easily corruptible, easily.
Just learn from Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
With great power comes a lot of money.
Uncle Ben. With great power comes a lot of money.
That's true. I heard that somewhere on a podcast, I think.
Oh yeah, those guys are smart. Listen to those guys.
Oh yeah, every week.
I think it's very telling that we just want to be able to live.
Yeah,
in
we're
like
also
a peaceful
not like
state.
of the conquering mindset. Like
Yeah,
we
no,
were never
just
raised in a world like
Let's
that.
go. We want what you have. Blah blah blah. There's like envy in terms of like peace of mind or for people to have
I would
a fair hold in things.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want a country that I would want my country to be stable and strong, and the will, like the people would be strong. The economy the economy can't talk to be strong,
right?
But I also want to be because I want it to be not open to where like we could just be taken over by another. Like say another country is like, all right, look at these guys.
Those guys are doing pretty well.
We want what they have. Like we were just saying, like we would have to have a way to defend ourselves. Hopefully we would be in a spot where we have our own resources. Like we can get our own oil, things like that.
Naturally
keep it
occurring
in-house
things.
for us. Not have to outsource it from other places and things like that. And then, I mean, I just want to kind of keep things in the country, but I just don't want it to be like it would be something good and then just get corrupted. I wouldn't want that to happen. But what about you, Cale?
Oh, you guys made my job very easy. I want the same thing, basically. I mean, they're
good job, Xavier. Handshake.
They peddle this bullshit over here of work-life balance, and in other countries they have something similar to that. But there's an absolute joke over here. We shouldn't sacrifice our happiness and our time away from the people that we love the most to work for people we don't like, or that we don't really care about. Yeah, we don't care about it, and the fact that we have to have it, or else we end up in poverty, or we're trying to crawl out of a certain status,
or you're trying to get in an apartment instead of a car.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Exactly.
But places, rent has gone out so much.
No, I think just a place where everybody's treated like human beings, and we can like coexist in terms of like where people's needs are met. There's so much of that that's there. There should be no starving people in this country. There should be no families in poverty in this country that are left to the wind and to the wolves. It's insane to me. We're labeled as the greatest country in the world. And don't get me wrong.
We gave ourselves that label, just throwing that.
We're number one. We're number one. But
where's my phone finger?
But with how powerful we are in the world and our economy and all these things, for us to not be taking care of the people that make that possible is
the citizens of our country.
Insane to me. I mean, this is where we get the eat the rich thing. Like, the more time goes on, the more I get it, man. The inequity of everything is very upsetting.
Separation.
And it keeps getting worse.
The rich get higher and the low.
All the time. All the time. There's
the haves and have-nots. And that chasm keeps growing. It's going to be a big...
It's a big problem.
It currently is a big problem
now.
And it's going to get...
If we can head that off.
It's going to keep getting worse.
Then this is when shit hits the fan and, stuff happens.
Elon Musk starts calling for a civil war in a country he wasn't born in, things like that, stuff like that. But I think like this is going to everything that you're saying and that we're all agreeing with. This is why I would start a new country, because where do you even start?
We can't. Yeah, we can't.
Like obviously vote. vote at the local level, be involved in your local politics.
Yeah.
Every 2 years, vote for your representatives in the House and the Senate. Like, do your part as an American citizen. That's another tenet I would have is
you have to vote.
You have to vote.
I would.
Mail-in voting is countrywide, and you have to vote.
It should be mandatory. You're a citizen of this country. That is your obligation to vote.
Please give your voice. It doesn't matter. Just give your voice.
Let yourself allow yourself to be disillusioned that you will be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other.
Well, with ranked choice voting, like that's, that again, another topic, but like that's something that you would have to implement.
Well, clearly we're going to have to come back to this as another thing and kind of like dive into stuff and at least just let ourselves get angrier. But in terms of like now with like a new country, how do you handle like civilian matters? Like we were talking about policing, jail reform, like all these things, like where does that fall with you? Like how you brand new country, how are you setting up a police force? How are you setting up these kind of engaging between law and order exactly on that
Firstly,
level?
As slave catchers, and secondly, as union busters.
And we're gonna bust them unions.
We're gonna bust them to the ground. You guys want to be together? Nah.
It's called the white replacement theory. Have you heard of it?
You say we're getting replaced.
They will not replace us.
I mean, in actuality, like here we go. It's like, eventually everybody's just going to be mixed. Like,
there's no way. Yeah. Good.
Coming as a mixed person, I agree with it.
Me too.
Just something about it.
Me too.
I mean, that's just. I think that's just how the world's going to be.
Also, as a mixed
unless
person,
you're in North Korea, then
there's
nothing.
That's not our country, though.
No,
that's where we invade. That's the one time we go on the offensive.
We take over Pyongyang.
We're going in, boys.
That's the first thing we do.
First thing, now that we've signed all these peace treaties and everybody's happy, let's go to war.
Yeah.
The three of our small countries will get in there.
We're going to take your North Korea and take your South Korea, and we're going to make one big Korea.
Giant Mega Korea.
It's Mega Korea.
I don't know why. I imagine Korea as a giant mech. I don't know.
Oh,
dude, that'd be sick,
right? Oh, yeah.
Dude.
The Korean Wars.
Korean Gundam.
But not the Korean War.
Yeah, just the wars.
The wars, general with a Z.
It's a big robot.
Yeah, but the younger generation.
Policing, I mean, if everybody's I think a huge proponent of why we have a lot of people in prison and why we have everybody is because there's disenfranchised people in this country and poverty and people keeping you down. If you have
how do you address punishment? Somebody has done wrong. What's to give any of us in this room or anyone else the right to say they deserve to be punished in this way or that? It's a hard conversation to have because people are gray. Our actions are gray.
You would have to have this voted in by majority or something like that. Like you're the leader of this country, but there has to be some kind of majority rule on something. I don't think that I could be the one to be like, okay, anybody who does this, I'm going to hang him. There's a lot of people that don't believe in the death penalty. There's a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
There's take the evil from this world. No, that's just as evil. You're committing murder with murder.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of that, I would have to imagine that it would have to be agreed on or voted on. And then the severity of it, how do you even appoint judges? How do you even do any,
do you want that kind of system?
Yeah. How do we even have that? Are you judged by a group of your peers? Yes, but who's to say who's influenced that? All of it is so complicated. There's no like clear cut, like, oh, this is the plan, or else we wouldn't be how we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, I think there's like, it's set in the set of like baseline stuff. And then there's things that are added on to it over time. But then again, like there's things that fail because we're human and we're not perfect. So like, and the system fails a lot of the times and it fails people. Like there's people that are in jail for no reason. They're not supposed to be there. And then they come out 30 years later. Sorry, dude, you weren't actually.
Sorry, guys. Here's 300,000.
Sorry that we took away 30 years of your fucking life. But
falsely convicted.
I'm going to piggyback on that point because I haven't heard you guys' opinion on death penalty, but that's why I want it repealed. There's no reason any innocent person should die. Because you want to kill people who did bad things. And we currently do not have a perfect system. Innocent people are killed by the death penalty all the time.
Yeah, it's happened over human history too. Like, it's just, so
why would you want a country where that would be, even in the worst case, like 1 out of 10,000 people was innocent that you put to death?
I'll push back on that because I think if there is a case that is so egregious,
super heinous,
like for a fact, all the everything like.
You have another Hitler. We'll use that as a straw man.
Sure, yeah.
The worst of the worst.
Like, you're going to be put to death. because you've done such heinous things.
Or
So
I find
think-
it. I'll put.
Well,
my
I'll
only.
finish. Let me finish.
Yeah,
I think
go.
if you can do something so heinous,
Interrupt
that
him.
You've
I
lost,
got him.
You've lost your humanity. Like
You forfeited.
You were so careless of that other individual's life. Like you just like that's like I don't think that you deserve to be here anymore because like you didn't care enough for that person's life. That
You're forfeiting your life.
kind of thing. Like I'm not, yeah, that's
You made this choice, which gave you this outcome. You earned this outcome. Is basically how you see it.
Yeah,
but those are still like because Hitler provably like did bad stuff.
Yeah,
you know. Whereas like
he would have been put to death if he didn't kill himself like a coward.
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely.
War crimes would have got him.
But again, like going back to like most people aren't megalomaniacs like that.
No.
And most of your average citizens, even if they commit a couple murders and stuff, like there still is the possibility that you got the wrong person.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking like Jeffrey Dahmer's The World type thing, Night Stalker, like people that are just habitual killers. That they're not going to do anything good in society.
Anybody past reform.
But don't you think that? And I know this is off topic, but like, do you not think a worse fate for that person is keeping them alive and healthy in solitary confinement for the rest of their lives?
Go crazy.
People like El Chapo, currently in a black site prison in the US, where he's in a cell that is smaller than about as big as his car room. The lights are on 24/7. He gets 1 hour of exercise a day. He never gets to know when that hour is. He gets fed on an inconsistent level. He doesn't know what time of day or night they are.
Well, speaking of
perpetual.
that,
yeah. So would that not be more appropriate? It's like Jeffrey Dahmer still had 60 years or something, but he got murdered in prison.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff happens, and they're just passing, or they have the life sentences, so they're just going to serve out the life, but then they die for.
I could see that. You say that death penalty is barbaric, but perpetual torture forever.
How is that torture though? Because they're still alive. They're in a room. They're being fed and taken care of.
Isolation on its own is
it's psychological
torture for
it's
forever.
all like
I think arguably that would be more justified than murdering that person because they did murders. Because again, there is the potential that that person is the wrong dude.
Yeah, but if
there's without a doubt proof, my only pushback is like even serial killers, stuff like that. Kid touchers got to go.
Well, they usually die.
That's no reform, no amount of reform, no amount of like.
Sorry, Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, he's done. I'll get it myself. But no, that's a hard line for me. Any kid murderers, kid assaulters, that's not a reformable.
Yeah.
No, and then it depends all on how you set up reform in prison. What you do, people get out. We saw that not too long ago. That guy who was like, "Oh, I'm not going to kill anybody," and he had that lady's leg or torso or whatever, and he was on a podcast talking about prison reform. Yeah, I mean, it's a broken system. You would have to take the time to. I don't even know how you would even begin to start to how to reform murderers
he gamed the system. He faked it all. He said he
faked it all until he could get to his meat.
Up for people.
Oh yeah, it was I forgot the guy's name, but he was on Joe Rogan's podcast and he was talking about prison reform.
Of course. Still deep.
He was talking about prison reform and how he got out. He was good in prison, got out, and then he killed somebody.
Instantly killed that. It was a woman, right? He had people in trash bags. So
it was an inmate that had gotten out prior to him.
And then he dismembered him.
Dismembered him and killed him.
Had him, and then he was just like, oh. Game the system. I mean, seriously, it's like
you could to his house. He's covered.
There's no way if someone's capable of this, you don't know what somebody's capable of in their mental faculties to be able to fake something of that nature. Who's to judge that? How's to gauge that?
That guy showed right there that he's a psychopath.
And then
if he's able to lie and say that, I'm reformed on this, and then he goes around and just kills another guy just for revenge or something. It's like there is something imbalanced in your brain.
So would you? In your judgment
for forever?
Yeah. Would you lock him up forever, or would you put him to death?
I would lock him up forever.
Okay.
So we don't need death penalty really, other than the kids.
I would keep it.
Not killing kids.
I would keep it.
Killing the guys who kill kids.
I'm starting to sweat.
No, sorry.
He said we don't need the death penalty unless kids.
I think.
Yeah, I fucked that one up. Sorry, guys. Don't panic. Abort.
Yeah.
No. But it's their right if they choose to do so.
I mean, think about the different death penalties, like the different the ways that we kill people, or we had in the past: gas chambers, hangings,
Guillotine.
shootings.
Guillotine was still in the 70s, bro.
Yeah, firing squads,
Hangs. Oh,
I mean,
hangs. Jesus.
yeah,
Hanging.
the hanging and or the lethal injection, which is now, or electrocution, electrical chair.
Yeah, Bundy
Electrical chair.
got fried.
Why are we listing these?
He wants to bring him back.
No, I would say like some of these, like some of those are
Ruthless.
It's not needed. Like that's over the top. Why electrocute somebody? That's torture. Why?
Yeah, they're gonna die anyway. Why not?
I guess firing squad. That's just a waste of ammo.
Yeah.
And
you're traumatizing the people that have to do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
true.
mental breakdown that eventually happens. That's
Or
why like
is that,
sometimes cops are
don't
killers.
do this or we'll shoot you.
Yeah.
Public executions.
Oh,
Bring
yeah,
that back.
Inmates to do it.
Fear mongering. Yeah, I mean,
Bring back
it's
the
really
public
hard.
hangings.
It's really
Yeah.
hard to choose a reform or choose how to do it, and then you're responsible for those choices. And
I think what I was getting
it's
at,
a lot.
Yeah, I think what I was getting at was just like we keep it for the most egregious things, not just like if you're gonna get a life sentence, it's life sentence. Like you're not gonna just that's your life sentence. That's it. Like I think just I don't know what would be those egregious.
You don't know what?
I don't know what like I could classify like what Hitler did was that's punishable by death, 100%. Any sort of genocide, mass killings, just the total disregard for human life, like blatantly just because, like there's no need for you on this planet. Like we're gonna get rid of you now.
Yeah, it's
Sure, but
cancer
those
that
are
is
again
worked
like
out.
the most extreme. And Hitler was somebody in power who rose to power through
Willingly.
elections.
Yeah, willingly. They allowed
and we're
it to
talking
happen.
about like basically average citizens, not somebody who would be your peer on the political spectrum. How would you handle the citizens that you're overruling?
This
And
with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would want there to be consequences for bad actions. Like there has to be people have to be held accountable.
Yeah.
And if it's something really bad, then yeah, I would keep the death penalty as like a last thing. It wouldn't be like, all right,
be the last resort. That would be for reserved, like you said, for the most
egregious things. I think.
terrible
Most terrible,
things.
inhumane, slight against mankind type thing.
Gotcha.
That's what I would.
There's levels to this.
No,
Well, sure. I mean, we could do a whole episode, a whole thing.
Let's just go down our favorite killers.
But so I think like just to kind of round this back out, like when you talk about establishing your own country, the way that we're taught with more socialist policies, more left leaning things, where you're there for the people from cradle to grave. They have education, access to a life of some wealth. Access to a life outside of themselves, access to mental health care and other providers. These sort of
Basic
crimes
needs.
are going to be very, very far and few between.
Right. Yeah.
Because we're talking about equity.
That was the whole thing of what I'm saying is like, prison reform and all this
Or
stuff.
equality,
But if those things are met, there's not these overwhelming needs to be into a thing of robbery or crimes of,
not crimes of passion, but crimes of circumstance.
Yeah. So there's not going to be these things that are like, oh, off the cuff. If all your needs are being met, odds are, unless, like you said, there can be total psychopaths, sociopaths, whatever. Odds are you're going to be happy with your life and you're not going to want to bring these problems upon yourself or anybody else if you're being taken care of. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's the hope. That's the idea.
A lot of what happens now is because of the unfair and unjust things that are happening in the country still. Redlining, poverty, gentrification. All of these things are still major, major problems that never get fixed, and hopefully they do.
And specifically with redlining, like that one's because of money and power. Like the banks are the ones that are doing this, and they've been doing it since they had houses to sell to people.
The bank that works for City National, they got sued for redlining, literally in Georgia.
Yeah,
so they had
even Wells Fargo keeps getting sued for it too.
Really?
They keep fucking doing it.
Yeah, it's a city like I remember she was doing one of those training modules. They're talking all about it because it was a big lawsuit.
Yeah,
and they lost, fully changed their outlook on things. And I was like, I had no idea.
Oh, don't do these illegal things. Nobody told us that
for this certain area because you know who's over there.
Yeah. Wait.
But yeah, I mean it's like when I was like, wow, I had no idea. Well, I didn't know much about City National Bank.
Oh yeah, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think we definitely need to come back to this and pick up kind of where we're at in like how we would try to fix these things. Not saying that that's how it is, but I think there's a lot of room for pushback and back and forth. And I think we should maybe make this not a part 2, but maybe a part 1B.
Yeah, let's come back to this in like a month or two.
I
see
think
where
so.
we're at and see how we want to sharpen down the conversation. What questions
down, exactly. Especially this thing of starting over. I mean, you don't have all these problems existing at the time, and then how do we prevent this? What needs are met, and then how do you deal with these things coming up, and just kind of further the conversation. I think it'll be really interesting to go. We're all kind of in a similar mindset.
Yeah,
which is shocking.
People just want to be free. Like
people just want to be happy, and
rather they don't want to be oppressed for how they live.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd love to have that vacation with you guys, but I have to work. We can't afford it because the rent's crazy or like living in a certain state or this or that. I mean, it's just.
Or having to live below the poverty line of $14,000 in order to afford health insurance, or else you have to ask your friend to get you an inhaler. Because if you make anything more than that and $28,000, well, guess what? You don't have health insurance.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
It's all trash.
I'm there for you, bud.
But you know what's not trash?
Wait, what was not trash?
Sorry.
We were trying to breathe over here.
I was saying you guys, the healthcare system at work.
Sorry.
No,
that's why we're wheeze when we cough.
The wheeze guts.
The wheeze gods, yeah.
Wheeze kings.
It's just Corey and I coming over oxygen tanks. What's going on, boy?
Hey guys, here we go. Nice new carry-on oxygen bag.
Oh man.
I was going to say that we aren't trash, and this show isn't trash, so you should listen again next week.
I love it.
We're not trash, and neither are you.
Neither are you.
So we're going to wrap this one up. This was a very interesting conversation, and like you said, I think we're definitely coming back to this one, and as the world turns or rotates on our plate,
as the world burns.
I mean that too, man. I mean there's plenty of that going on. But we'll keep an eye on things. We'll keep you up to date,
right on,
and get back in this conversation. But Corey, how are you doing your campaigning online?
I am campaigning only on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sole platform. I like it.
Follow me there. Mark Zuckerberg is going to give me an interview, and it's just going to be me and him.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I like it. Yeah. He's pasty as hell.
Well, I bet I can be pastier.
Oh yeah,
you can ask him the hard questions. Are you a lizard man?
How did you get your hairline to grow back? Was it natural?
Is it natural?
No. If you want to find me, do find me on Instagram at Corey.Andre, Corey.Ondrey. We also have The Weekly Tall Talk Instagram. Check us there at The Weekly Tall Talk. We have skits and pranks and photos and some fun stuff. Cale, how are we going to find you, brother?
Very nice. You can find me on Instagram also at TallTaleCale with an underscore in between each word and a C instead of a K for Cale. We have a communal TikTok with everything that Corey just mentioned on our communal Instagram, but on TikTok.
Yeah.
Also, we have our YouTube channel at The Weekly Tall Talk where all our episodes get posted.
Yeah.
We're also going to be trying to get back in some live shows and
yeah, we just
our
got
other channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Xavier take that one.
Oh,
Xavier, yeah.
Our Tall Talk Gaming.
There it is.
Yeah.
The secondary channel's coming out, baby.
Yeah. Tall Talk Gaming. That's where we're going to have our Let's Plays and just playthroughs of our favorite games. Hopefully favorite games of all you guys out there listening. And we'd love to have you guys check in and tune into that.
Yeah.
That should be coming up soon. We should be uploading.
Yeah, we're going to be
Yeah,
on.
we should have our first couple videos out. Mario Party, if you like to watch us play Mario Party. And Mario Kart.
Yeah, having fun with that.
Plenty of things coming out too that we're going to get our hands dirty with. So be on the lookout. But we're very excited. We finally got those rat bastards at YouTube to help us and let us get accounts. So
that was weird.
Took a while.
Screw them and tune in.
Tune in, Tall Talk Gaming. That's going to be cool. Looking forward to that, guys.
Oh yeah.
And also to our Patreon. Patreon.com/Tall
Albuterol Brothers.
The Albuterol Brothers are there.
Albuterol Mafia.
Come check out our Patreon. Feel free to join up. Check out some of our behind the scenes clips, some some off the cuff comments.
Yeah, we got all of our
Funny
songs
stuff.
on there and
That's
some
right,
funny
yeah.
extra
Songs, our
bits. We got
extra
some
bits.
small talk where you won't hear anywhere else unless you're a subscribed member.
Exactly.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you. And if anyone else would feel free to subscribe, we'd love to have you on board.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Check out the goodies.
And before we end the show, we'd love to hear what you guys think about our questions today. And you can give us those answers at our email account at talltailnetwork@gmail.com. And thank you all again for listening, and we'll tall-tail you later.
Vote the Weekly Tall Talk 2028. We're running as a trinity.